Hello YouTube, Ethan here, back with another kicking action figure review. Today's review is over a figure I've really been waiting for, and I'm excited that it's finally out. It is the Power Rangers Dino SuperCharge Purple Ranger. Yeah, I think she was called Violet in Zuden Sentai Kyryuger. I'm not really sure, I don't quite remember. I do remember that there were two of her in the Japanese show. There was the male version, which was her grandfather, but he was too old to be a ranger anymore, and eventually the Zord accepted her. Actually, pretty quickly the Zord accepted her. And she became the new ranger, and she kind of was part of the Spirit Rangers, but wasn't the Spirit Ranger. She was alive, obviously, because she has a yellow sash and not a gold one. I very much doubt we'll be getting the male version, a figure of the male version. However, part of me also feels like he'll probably be cut out of the show and we won't even see him. So there's that also. And if that's the case, then it's fine. If not, I would really like a male version though. But yeah, I'm surprised they made her because she's a female, because they won't make Poisandra, who I really want. But, you know, we got her and three different pink rangers, but no Poisandra. Whatever, I'm not pissed. I'm totally pissed. Anyways, yeah, she's cool. I don't really know much about SuperCharge. I've barely watched any Dino Charge. I watched all the Japanese show, obviously, if you can't tell already. And I normally won't shut up about it, because I loved it. It was so good. But, yeah, you know, she's pretty much just like Pink Ranger, but purple with a different helmet. It's in different paint. She does have the same exact weapons as most of the Rangers so far, kind of the snot green morpher gun and sword, which is weird because I thought that the side Rangers now were going to have clear weapons, because Graphite has clear weapons, so it's kind of weird, right? So now Graphite's the only one with clear weapons, which doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. So Graphite stands out a little. I was actually liking the clear weapons. They kind of made him stand apart, but then they stopped doing it after one figure. So now he stands out a little too much. But yeah, you know, they're fine. Still same sculpt or whatever. The gun can still peg into the side. No problem. Here's our plesiosaur head. Good clean paint all over the figure. The back doesn't have much paint, but you know, it's just a cheap little figure for kids. My main problem with the figure is in articulation, because as you can see, she holds weapons and stuff just fine. And the articulation's okay, as it is on most of these figures. Side to side on the head, up and down on the arms, forward and back, you know. This articulates so it doesn't, you know, hinder the arm movement at all. No aber waist, small, just cheap little figure. The skirt causes a problem on these female figures, obviously, because the legs have the ability to move out in there, but then the skirt pushes them back in, as you can see. They can't really do much forward and back because of the skirt. We do have double knee bends, however. We have gauntlet swivels, and we also have boot swivels. But yeah, you can't pose her as much as the male Rangers because you don't really have as much movement up here. If there were just slits in the skirt, or the skirt was a more rubbery material, you know, it might be a different story, but this is just the way it is right now. So yeah, now let's check out some size comparisons. Now here she is next to some other Dino Charge Rangers. You know, here on the left we have Aqua, which came out alongside her, and also T-Rex SuperCharge Red Ranger. Both from Super Dino Charge. And she actually seems a little smaller than I thought she'd be, honestly. Like, she's really small. To the point where maybe it's off a little. I mean, I guess it's fine, but at the same time, something does seem a little off about it, right? Something's weird, maybe. Her head does kind of look down some. As you notice earlier, she's looking down. So maybe that has something to do with it. Actually, I think that does have something to do with it. Let's see if we can have her look up some, if it looks any different. Oh yeah, that actually does look better. Okay, so I guess that's, you know, she could be a little better with them, I guess, but they're not bad. Now here she is with Villain Snide on the left and Sledge on the right. My Sledge is a reissue for Super Dino Charge, or Dino SuperCharge. These are all Dino SuperCharge figures, technically. And I think she looks cool with them, actually. I think she looks real good here. And here she is with one more Ranger on the left, who she almost seems to scale up a little better with, actually. And it is the Super Mega Force Quantum Ranger from the Legendary Action Hero series. And, you know, I think she actually does go fine with him. And then here's the Gold Terrazord on the right. You know, not mostly here for sizing. It's just kind of, they're in the same line. So it's just kind of a comparison for them. So honestly, what are my final thoughts for the Power Rangers Dino SuperCharge Purple Ranger? Well, she is cool. I do really like the figure. I think the paint and stuff's all real great. Honestly, though, the articulation's really the big thing with her. Just not being able to move the legs much. The two poses you've seen her in are mostly the action poses you can get her in. She's just not real easy to pose because of those legs. So all in all, I think I'm going to give her 3 out of 5 stars. Not a bad figure, but not one of the better figures in this line. I mean, it's a miracle that the female figures got made at all. And it'd be even more of a miracle if Poisandra got made. Like, it would be a frickin', like, proof of God existing if Poisandra got made. Which, if you don't know me, coming from me is a pretty big deal. So, yeah, that's it for this review. Thank you all so much. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe, check out all the cool links in the description below. I got other reviews and stuff, more reviews coming up. Lots of Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, you know, Star Wars, DC, Marvel, Godzilla, Gigan, all that kind of, Godzilla, Gigan, I meant to say Gamera, Godzilla and Gamera, all kinds of great stuff. So yeah, thank you all so much, and I'll see you all later. Thanks for support.